So this is Ayala Land's Davao's prime waterside business and residential lifestyle district called Azuela Cove. Azuela Cove is located along the coast of Davao Gulf and is situated at the crossroads of Davao City's two most prominent streets, namely JP Laurel and R. Castillo. It is also close to key commercial areas such as SM Lanang and Abriza Mall, if you're familiar, and beside existing affluent residential communities such as Insular Village and Dusit Thani. Azuela Cove is a 25-hectare mixed-use master plan, mixed-use development by Ayala Land Estates, and around 1/4 of it is reserved for open spaces. In terms of our land development, construction is already at final stages and fully complete by the end of next year. Showing here are our existing roads with carriageways covered in asphalt, sidewalks, street trees, and street lights already in place. We are also happy to share Azuela Cove's current development pipeline. So by the end of 2024, we will have more than 10,000 square meters of retail spaces upon completion of our Azuela High Street, which will complement our existing shops and G Center. And in the next 5 years, Azuela Cove will have its first office building, a 10-story office tower, as well as a 300-room hotel. Lastly, upon completion of the current residential pipeline within Azuela Cove, we will have a total of 7 residential towers. The first 2 towers of Ayala Land Premier, namely the residences, are already for turnover, while the remaining 5 towers will be developed by Ayala Land Premier and Alveo. So let me just share you the existing developments within Azuela Cove. So currently we have the shops and our event stand, which opened in 2017. We also have our supermarket anchor, G Center, by the Gaisano Group, which opened back in 2022. These 3 developments have been generating an average daily foot traffic of almost 3,000 per day. So with the success of the shops and Azuela Cove and G Center, we are now expanding our retail mix by bringing the Bonifacio High Street experience to Davao City with our very own Azuela High Street. Azuela High Street, or AHS, will have a leasable area of almost 4,000 square meters and is currently 75% leased out. It will have a mix of both local and international brands, some of which are first in Davao City. And among our roster of tenants are 3 Tatler dining destinations in the city. So this is set to open by the end of this year. So to complement that, we are also opening or featuring Davao's first fully pedestrianized street that will have lush amounts of green spaces all the way to the water side of Davao Gulf. And let me share you a photo of our existing 2 towers. The residences at Azuela Cove by Ayala Land Premier. This was launched back in 2018. It's currently 88% sold and currently 4 turnover. And right in front of it is our Azuela Cove Seaside Promenade. This opened in 2023 during the Davao City's Ironman back last year. This open space is currently being enjoyed by the residences of ALP as well as the general public. So for my last slide, we are happy to inform you that Azuela Cove will now sell its 2 remaining commercial lots. These lots are strategically located in between Ayala Land Premier's Park Shore and Alveo's development. The first lot is around 1,900 square meters. So that's around 1,900 square meters and situated at the corner of Azuela Cove's Loop Road. So this is our Loop Road. And this is our high street, so it's also a corner lot. It will be sold at 156,000 pesos per square meter. That's VAT exclusive. And the second lot is also a corner lot with an area of about 1,800 square meters, sold at 150 square meters. 150,000 per square meter, also VAT exclusive. In terms of allowable uses, both lots can be used for office, buildings, hotels, retail, hospitals, or clinics. However, multi-dwelling residential uses such as condominiums and dormitories are restricted. And in terms of the height limit, it's about 46 meters high since it's quite near to the airport. And in terms of zoning, it's commercial in nature. And both lots, we're offering a payment terms of 10% down payment and 90% in 48 months. So that's it for Azuela Cove. Thank you.
So let me recap. Azuela was already up in the market, but there were no commercial properties made available. And there was a clamor. So we carve out 2 properties. There are only 2 available to be offered to the public, but the allowed use is similar to South Coast City. Mixed use commercial, residential is not allowed. Residential is not allowed. The pay terms is only 4 years, 10-19 in 48 months. It has a height restriction as well as 46 meters being near the flight path. So, question, again, ready for use. We just secured the license to sell 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, so individual title is already on its way, and soon as that there's a cash barrier, of course, we have to rush the availability of the individual TCT for transfer. But we have 4 years. If they had avail of the 4-year pay term, interest-free, it's 1090 in 48 months. Dalawa lang yan, and we're none after that. So the variance in price, it's 156,000 per square, VAT X, because it's next to Azuela High Street. The other one is also a corner, but cheaper, 150,000 per square. It's farther away from the open space of the high street. But just the same, they're both at the inner loop road of Azuela. The road infrastructure is concrete with an asphalt overlay. So it's world class. It's us. If it's in-house, through Jessa On and Lynn Babiera, in-house channel, ALP, and if they're brokers, through your broker manager for Azuela. For Azuela, clear tayo. If it's Leo, you go to us, we'll course you through Jael Zaragoza. Payee for the reservation deposit.
The payee is Aviana Development Corporation, since this is under a joint venture between the Alcantara Group and Ayala Land. So it's AVIANA, tapos Development Corporation.
ADC, Aviana, like aviary. Aviana Development Corporation, 500,000, right? 500,000 only for the reservation.